and that's what they call me. I promise that you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle, and yes, I am married to the Beret, but today we're just kind of doing a reaction video. I have never seen this particular video, but it does have to do with 9/11. I think as most people, you can remember the exact moment and exactly what you were doing 20 years ago when this was announced. I've not met someone yet that just cannot 100% remember where they were at. And it was early in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was already out getting breakfast, and it was me and my mom. Me and my mom were in the car, and we were going to a place that's called Hardee's. And I remember having the radio on, and we're just listening to music, and they did an interruption and said that the first twin tower had been hit by an airplane. And at that point in your mind, nobody knows what is going on. And the same as us, I remember being in the turning lane to turn into Hardee's, and my mouth just kind of dropped, and I was almost at like a pause of what? And at that time, I think everybody kind of thought it was an accident, just something horribly had gone wrong in the air. You know, it's not but a few minutes later that the second one had hit the second tower. And at that part, guys, I was very young. I did already have the girls though, and the girls were just born, and they were in the back seat. Not that they knew anything that was going on, but me and my mom both look at each other in horror, thinking, this is not an accident anymore. What is going on? And I remember going out of the parking lot, going back to the house, and hurrying, turning on the TV when there was a close-up of the president at the time, and they were giving him the news. And he was in Florida, actually, at a school. I don't know if he was reading books or what he was doing at the time, but he was in a school system. He was actually in a classroom. Somebody had walked in and told him the news in his ear, and it was instantly, Bush had just went to like, I don't know. And then if you can ever go back to the clips of his face, I can still remember it to this day. It was almost like he was just angry. He already knew what had happened. Then the events continued to play out for that day, which were horrific. But I looked at my mom and I was like, oh my gosh, we're getting ready to go to war. I mean, most Americans, I think at that point, kind of knew what was taking place. Never did we dream a 20-year war would come out of this. American troops' lives would be taken from this. But as my husband has definitely served his time there for this war, as many, many other troops around the world, not just Americans, have served their time during this war. And of course, we are very grateful for everything that has been done since 9/11. So, anyways, guys, let's jump into this video.
I want to see it.
You do want to see it? Okay, I think Christian is going to watch this with me, guys.
On the morning of September 11th, when the towers came down,
I got a question.
Yes.
On the morning of September 11th,
At school, I hear this, like, someone, like, these two airplanes hit to the other ones, and, like, they want to kill the states in there,
Okay.
but they killed themselves.
They did. So you've already been learning about it at school. See, you had not told me that. And that's what they taught you? They did. They flew the planes. We're about ready to see. You were not born yet, but we're about ready to see what happened here in America. They did. They did kill themselves in the process.
They're bad guys with the wolves.
ran for safety. Hundreds of thousands of them ran south to the water's edge. That's when they realized that Manhattan is indeed an island, and that they were trapped.
They were feeling helpless, and that's the worst feeling in the world. What was a person on the ground going to do? Buildings were down. There were people laying under the rubble of the building. Firemen, civilians, My wife was there, and I turned around. I says, I've got to go do something. Just like that. And she looked at me. She says, what are you going to do, you maniac? I says, I'm going to take the amberjack up into the city and help. She says, but what if they're attacked again? I says, well, then that's something I have to live with.
First mode of transportation they saw was a ferry boat. That's when they knew, this is how I'm getting out of here. So they didn't even care where the boat was going.
You heard the building go down, but we're in the slip, so we can't see it. That's when we started letting go, and then all of a sudden, engulfed. You couldn't see anything.
People were actually jumping into the river and swimming out of Manhattan. Boats were very nearly running them over.
Wait. These people wanted out of Manhattan no matter any way they could.
Somebody wants you to go over there. Every mode of transportation out of Manhattan was shut down. All the subways were shut. The tunnels were all closed.
The only way in or out of Lower Manhattan.
They didn't know what was going on. They seen the building getting hit with these two planes. As far as they was concerned, you know, we were being bombed. I was wondering if they were going to come on the boat, if they had people with bombs, or if they were going to come on. We're a big orange target in the middle of that harbor. My job is to keep the boat safe, my passengers safe, my crew safe.
Everybody was in shock, running around. They didn't want to leave their families. They had loved ones running around the city.
Anybody has a baby? Nobody has it.
There was one guy ran from the apron and jumped onto the boat. He grabbed onto the metal, climbed up right next to the pilot. So I'm going out there to say something. He slides down to the next deck. So the deckhands get him and go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm jumping for my life.
Available boats. This is the United States Coast Guard aboard the pilot boat in New York. Anyone want to help with the evacuation of Lower Manhattan, report to Governor's Island.
When that call came on the radio, they were coming.
I was uncertain of who was going to respond. About 15, 20 minutes later, they're just boats all across the horizon.
Literally 100 targets converging on the lower part of Manhattan.
That's already beautiful, guys. It's already making me water up just for the fact that that is so American-like. It's just beautiful for humankind. Even though these boats, and most of us Americans at this point, we think we know what is going on, but have really no idea, but yet they're going. That is such the American spirit. They are going to help, no matter if something happens to them. They're just going, and that's beautiful. And guys, I forget sometimes that New York like that is just so, like he said, just the only way in and out is the waterway and the bridges, and they've just closed everything. Let's finish this video.
I worked on the water for 28 years. I've never seen that many boats come together at one time that fast. One radio call and it just came together just that fast.
The best.
Thank you.
Everyone helped everyone.
I want you to hold my hand. Come on board. Get inside. One at a time. Get inside.
I saw 4 businessmen lifting up an old woman with a seeing eye dog, a German Shepherd, and they lifted her up like a surfboard and passed her over the handrails.
When we would carry a load of people over, and there was somebody standing there that seen their husband or wife, that made us feel even better, Well, at least we got 2 back together, Just keep on going,
All right, guys, so we're gonna stop that video there. Like I said, that's just, I've never seen that side of it. You see a lot of sides of it, especially, and this is marking the 20-year anniversary of this. This side has not been shown, and it's beautiful, and it's exactly like what he said. They didn't have to do it, but they just jumped in to help others. And a tragic event, but it still brought Americans together, and that is just a beautiful story.
We seen it like...
Did they show you a video on it?
No, not a video. Oh, yes.
Yeah. They showed you a video of what had happened?
But not like this.
No, not like this one. There's different videos that they showed. And I think a lot of people were saying, even in school systems at the time, that it went to breaking news and that they started playing it on TVs, and teachers were bringing TVs in and playing that for the American kids.
It said they'll light up. It said to light up. The teacher said tomorrow, like, they can light up, but we can't see it. Like,
oh, because they made, they have things out there in honor of the people's lives that were taken, and you think that's what she was talking about, that they light up? Maybe you just didn't quite understand. I know, you're still pretty young to understand that.
I'm like 7 years old.
I know. Guys, thanks for watching this video. We are going to say goodbye. We love you all, and we'll see you in the next. Bye.
Wait, you gotta like and subscribe. We forgot that.
Christian would like for you to like and subscribe.